Many times, people of the world say that children of God don't understand things because Jesus said the people of the world are wise in the things of the world, but the people of light, God's children, they may not have that cleverness or that cunningness to get along in the world. So therefore it is said in Isaiah chapter 42 verses 18 and 19, it says like this: Hear you deaf, look you blind, that you may see. Who is blind but my servant, or so deaf as my messenger whom I sent? Who is so blind as he that is at peace with me, or so blind as the servant of the Lord? So those who belong to Christ are blind to the wickedness of the world. They cannot be touched by the ways of the world and their wickedness. You see, people look up to the world. In the world, people look up to those who have a big name, big fame, and those who are rich and are leaders of society. They look to them to guide them in their ways of living. Normal teenagers and youth make the actors and actresses as their idols and heroes, or big politicians as their heroes. But people of God, they do not do that. So the people of the world think that these have no ideas, that you should be praising the politicians, the actors and actresses, and get along ahead in life with them. But the Bible is saying, who is blind like my servant, or so deaf as my messenger? Because children of God may not be so smart in the ways of the world, or so cunning like the people in the world, or so competitive and go-getters in the world. They like to lie low, like when somebody hurts you and does wrong to you, instead of retaliating and taking revenge. People of God, leave it in God's hands, because God has told them, vengeance is mine, I will repay. So the people of the world think it very, very foolish why these people are not taking revenge. For example, we have a flat in Secunderabad, and the people below us, they spoilt our view from our balcony and did illegal construction, and we do not know how to fight with them or to say anything to them, because they attack us and shout at us. So many of our neighbors told us, why aren't you retaliating? Why aren't you going and telling them something? I said, we have done something. We have gone to the cantonment board and reported, but the cantonment board, they promised us they'd do something, but they didn't, because the people downstairs paid heavy bribes to the cantonment people and got their work done. So in a way, the selling price of our flat has come down. But God told us clearly, He says, don't level a legal case against them. Don't level. I will get you a purchaser who will give you the market price. So we are holding on to that promise of God, and we are at peace, and people don't seem to understand this. Are you blind? Are you deaf? We are not blind. We are not deaf. Our spiritual eyes are open. Our spiritual ears are open to listen to God's advice in the Bible. So the world may think us blind and deaf and not caring, but we are following the God's command in the Bible and waiting for Him. As we saw earlier, those that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. So God is renewing our strength day by day. Our hearts are not hurting, nothing. We have left it in God's hand. Therefore Isaiah says, who is blind as my servant, and who is deaf like my messenger whom I sent. So we are experiencing this in our everyday life.